Welcome everyone to the start of the 2023 regular season. The off-season is finally over, but these are the episodes I really enjoy the most. I'm a huge draft guy, and that's what I love about American football. Or mainly love about that, but let's hope we can make it count and actually win more games than last year and get into the playoffs. Our new head coach is Paul Steed, came from the Super Bowl winners Buccaneers. He's going to call our plays, and his game plan, as said, short passing, reliable hands. He likes to focus on Bijan Robinson. Let's hope that he can make an impact and actually win us a few games. Louis Lewis, still our defensive coordinator, and he did a great job last year. And with this secondary and the improved pass rush, let's see if we can win more games this year. We will go through half of the season roughly, and also have a few college updates in between. But let's start with the game against the Washington Commanders. Let's win the first game, and we do so in overtime with the field goal. So nice that we added a new kicker. Desmond Ridder, first game, not too much to say about that completion percentage. And Bijan Robinson, not the most yards, but one touchdown. That's really good. Also was involved in the passing game, but overall, not many offensive yards, I would say. Our defense was what won us the game, I assume. But no interceptions, only once or two sacks. Nothing from Will Anderson. Not the best starts for our rookies. O-line looks pretty good, but that was a good start for us. Quick look at the upcoming free agents. Maybe we should sign Steven Nelson back, but what I liked about him, that he is very low on the cap right now, 87 overall. I assume he wants around 12 million or only 10, but yeah, let's see how he performs. 2 interceptions last year. Our secondary is really good, but is going to be very expansive. So not sure if we can bring him back. The rest are backups. And looking at next year's salary cap, we already are projected to have 220 million spent. So only 30 million left for free agency and the draft. So not really planning on spending those 10 million for Steven Nelson. But as you can see, all of our top performers are going to come back next year. And after that, we have really big problems, especially on the O-line with some players on really cheap contracts that we drafted in the first expansion team episode, or actually the second one. But still not sure what to do then. But the focus is on this year. We can and we should make a playoff run. And that's why we should also win against the Tennessee Titans, and we do so. Low scoring game. Desmond Ridder, horrible game, horrible. Bijan saved us with his rushing game. Really good average, and I don't know why Pollard is not playing actually. But yeah, Pollard was involved with one pass. Defense great, Marcus Peters with one interception, and there are the sacks. Still none for Will Anderson, but Trey Flowers and Tahir Tard, our new additions, with their first sacks of the year. Well, at least, as long as we're winning, I'm not complaining. Week 3 against the New England Patriots. Can we get our third win? No! We are losing, and Desmond Ridder had a better game, but still our offense looks not that good actually. Sam Brown with 2 touchdowns, that's nice. And this time also our defense still not able to create that many turnovers actually. And Will Anderson is That's not good. Not good so far. That really hurts. Week 4 against the Eagles would be important for us to get our third win, and we do so, 26-20. This time it was Bijan again with over 100 rushing yards, so really great. Seems like we're going to be a run-first team, not sure. Desmond Ridder, another interception, but also a touchdown. Still not sure what to think about him. And defensively, still nothing for Will Anderson, not even the tackling. That's not good, no interceptions. So our defense made a step back, and Will Anderson was injured. That could be an explanation, but he still should be probable for next week. But yeah, it's time after week 4 to look at the dashboard. Yeah, not really good offensively, as said, but also on defense, not really. So not the best season so far, despite the 3-1 record. But we're on top of the AFC South, so that's good news so far. But we need to step up in the other games. Despite our record, we need to play better. But now it's time for a quick college update. 4 weeks are played, so let's check out what happened in the college football world. Georgia is on top of the rankings with 3 wins, 0 losses. And North Carolina also 4-1. Texas A&M and USC also without any losses. I'm not mentioning every team here without losses so far, but interesting to see USC with Caleb Williams in the top 4 and Georgia with Brock Bowers. And we don't see Texas in the top 20, who actually have a good QB and a good wide receiver core. And also Florida with Anthony Richardson not in here. Richardson only 4 touchdowns so far this year. So he's also one reason why they do not perform that good in terms of passing, but already 3 rushing touchdowns in 3 games. So he becomes a force on the ground. Caleb Williams already at 11 touchdowns in just 3 games. He is playing outstanding. 2 interceptions, but already half of the touchdowns that he had last year. So he's on track to play a pretty damn good season. Our other focus player, Brock Bowers, also really good season. He gets involved in the rushing game, already 2 touchdowns, and in terms of passing or receiving touchdowns, let's put it like that, already 2, and already half of the yards he had last year. So bad performance last year. This season, it looks really good for the potential top 10 pick. Are these superstars able to continue at this pace and help USC and Georgia to secure a playoff spot? Let's jump back into the NFL and find out later. Back for some NFL action. We're playing the New York Jets and we win 20-16. Still not offensively what I assumed the team to be. Could be because of Desmond Ridder, but that's just the topic of every week. Oh, Gore with his first touchdown. Nice to see. 93 hands. That's so good. And he has his first touchdown of the year. And speaking of firsts, Will Anderson, his first sack. Hopefully the first of many more to go. Week 6 against the Dallas Cowboys. And this time our luck runs out. Desmond Ridder again. Horrible game. Not sure what the problem is here. But that was not good at all. And this time also Bijan without any touchdowns. Yeah, sad to see our offense was not good enough. And our defense also not able to keep Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott and Michael Gallup from scoring. But that's the NFL. We need to look forward. And now week 7 against the Indianapolis Colts. Important game for us. We should still be in lead of the AFC South. And winning this division could be key. Oh no, the Jacksonville Jaguars are 4-1. So we need to win these inner division games. And that's actually the second one. Yeah, we won against the Tennessee Titans. So crucial weeks ahead for us. Week 7 now against the Indianapolis Colts, and after that we were playing the Dolphins, but then Jaguars, Titans, Texans, Colts. So most of our division games are actually in the second half of the season. So that's why we need to win this game against the Colts and get better both offensively and defensively. Another away game and a win. Overtime win yet again. It's a field goal, and this time I try to avoid to mention Desmond Ridder's name, Tony Pollard, with his first touchdown in action here. Does that mean that Bijan is injured? No. But 98 overall. He's really, really good. But still, our offense is not what I imagined it to be. Cole Holcomb, great game. He's really a force on linebacker. But not much else. Cameron Hayward with 2 sacks, but we need to get more stats on the offense. And actually really interesting to see, we already had 5 away games, only played home twice and lost one of those. So last season we were pretty good at home. That should hopefully give us an advantage for the next games. But week 8 at home against the 2-3 Miami Dolphins, that should be a must win. Hopefully we don't have any injuries. Yeah, looks good so far. Really, really lucky in terms of injuries. But week 8 against the Dolphins, can we do it at home in Germany? Yes! Another overtime win, another field goal. So far, that seems to be the strategy for us to win. Leading receiver Bijan Robinson, that's strange, but still, yeah, not many stats here, but we get the wins, and that is really important. That really helps us, honestly. So yeah, that's the first half of the season, and actually we already had 8 of our 14 games. So we should be on prime position to win this division. Of course, we're having also our bye weeks, but we're leading with 6 wins, and actually we're only behind the Buffalo Bills here in the AFC. Looks pretty good so far. Also, overall stats look a little bit better, but not the best so far. We need to win the rest of our division games, that's for sure. And it's going to be a really hard schedule. With the 7-0 Buffalo Bills, we need to play the Jaguars again. No, we did not play them yet, so only one time against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Even more important to win this game to secure our first place in the division. But before we end the episode, let's take a quick look at another college update. Week 8, and we have a new top 25. Texas still not in here, so Quinn Ewers and his wide receiver core, maybe not the best, but yeah, USC got their first loss. They are now 6-1. Dropped out of the top 4. Syracuse is in here. They were actually the first place team, just got their first loss. Ohio State now new team number 1. So Marvin Harrison seems to still get it done, also without star quarterback CJ Stroud. LSU on 2, Georgia also with their first loss, but still in the top 4. So actually, he's good, but not elite. 7 touchdowns in 7 games, 600 yards. So he is on pace to be worse than last year. The other star for Ohio State is LAMAR SAMPSON, number 8 in terms of receiving yards, and for receiving touchdowns, he already has 13. So he's really, really good. Not available for the draft. He's a redshirt sophomore here. 97 overall, really good, but not important for the draft. Caleb Williams still on pace to have a great season. He won the Heisman Trophy in reality for the 2022 season here in 2023. 29 touchdowns already, and he's already better than last year in terms of touchdowns. Already 6 interceptions in 7 games, and that could be a reason why they lost In the last 3 games, he had 4 interceptions. That's not good, but 6 touchdowns definitely is. So let's see how Caleb Williams will do the rest of the season. I know, not the draft, but still interesting to take a quick look at the high school players. We know that in this year's draft there will be Anthony Richardson and Caleb Williams, could be JJ McCarthy. So if all those 3 players commit, next year's draft and maybe the year after that is going to be not that quarterback heavy. And this recruiting class actually is very quarterback heavy. So in 3, 4, 5 years down the road, we could have really good quarterbacks. Jordan Gilliland might be one of them. Clemson in Georgia wants to have him. Ian Ballard, same teams here, also Michigan and Utah, and also David Blackwell. So the top 3 players of this recruiting class are quarterbacks. Will be interesting to see how this shapes out. But focus is, of course, on this college season, on the top players for next year's draft. And currently we're pretty good with the Munich Wolverines, so it seems like those players we watched are rather out of range. We would need a top 10 pick to secure them. But who knows, maybe someone falls, and we will also take a closer look at other players at the end of the season. But that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week we will go through the other half of the season and also take a look at final college football season rankings, playoffs, and then also in the future players to watch for the draft. I hope you enjoy the new format with college updates right in between. Have a good week and hopefully see you next time for another Expansion Team episode. Bye bye.